Hi, Capricorn rising sign. Here is your weekly forecast starting on 20th of May until 26th of May. It's a massive structural recalibration for you. You are ruled by Saturn, so you handle discipline well, most likely. But this week's karmic traffic jam is forcing you out of your comfort zone a little bit. With the nodes sitting at the very end of your third house and ninth house, your entire worldview, communication style, local network are undergoing a final audit. But let's break it down for you. So, anyway, in Capricorn, you are the master planners of the zodiacal signs. You like order, strategy, predictable outcomes. But right now, the universe is ripping up your plans. It is asking you to kind of modify them a little bit. We are hitting these massive karmic crossroads this week. The nodes of fate are sitting at the final critical degrees of your third and ninth house, and the personal planets are about to trigger them like a landmine, really. So if you feel like your daily routine, for example, is fracturing, or your long-term goals no longer make sense, actually good. You are being prepared for a massive Uranus shift next month when Uranus is going to be squaring the nodes. So let me break this down, every single planet poking your chart this week. But if you are still trying to micromanage your life based on all data, then this might become your wake-up call, really. So we start on the May 20th with quite a highly supportive alignment. Mars in Taurus in your fifth house, sextile Venus in Cancer in your seventh house. This is, fifth house is about creativity, joy, while the seventh house rules committed partnership. So Mars in Taurus is giving you a slow, steady drive to work on what brings you genuine pleasure, while Venus in Cancer brings a deeply nurturing energy to your relationship. So this is an ideal day to collaborate with a partner or a client on a creative project, for example. The communication should flow easily because it's backed by emotional safety. Take advantage of this harmony because the sky hardens dramatically after this, though. Then we have got the May 22nd, which is quite a busy day. It's potentially the most complex day of the week. Three massive events happen at once. Venus is trining your north node in your third house, therefore sextiles your south node in your ninth house. And this is a bit of a karmic green light for your connections. A conversation, an email, or a casual meeting in your environment feels fated. Trust your gut over your logic today. Second one is Mercury in Gemini sextile Saturn in Aries. So this is your anchor. Mercury in your sixth house, the house of daily habits and your health, giving you a sharp mind, while Saturn stabilizes your fourth house, the house of home. This is a perfect window to sign contracts, organize your daily schedule, finalize paperwork regarding property, having tougher conversation with your family members as well, or sorting out certain type of family matters. It is trying to kind of give structure to the chaos that might be happening with obviously all those planets in the sign of Aries as well as in Gemini. Then Sun is making a conjunction to Uranus in your sixth house. This is bringing a bit of a lightning bolt to your daily life, sudden disruptions to your work routine, maybe a system upgrade at work, unexpected changes in your work space, a radical new way of managing your health or day-to-day operation. Then also on the 22nd, Venus is squaring Neptune in your third house, while Mercury goes out of bound at 11 degree of Gemini. Now, I did make a separate video about that. It's going to be posted in a couple of days. But Venus in your seventh house squaring Neptune in your fourth house might be talking to you about certain type of misunderstanding with people you love, live together with, or with people you love as well. The fog is a bit thick here. You might misread, for example, a person in your family, or they might have sent you a text message, for example, and that's a bit confusing, or you have been idealizing a partner and or a contractual agreement, and that could be leading to some disappointment. Mercury going out of bound as well. I mean, your mind goes completely off the grid, really. You will have you become these mad scientists. You're gonna have these ideas that no one really gets in a way. But maybe this is about how to optimize your life or business. And you don't need to get validated, really, because it might be working out just in the greatest way for you. Your words can become very sharp and unfiltered, so watch what you say to colleagues, for example, or bosses as well, because the sun is there too. But you definitely carry quite a high voltage mental energy right now. Now, the sun is making a sextile to Neptune, as well as the square to the nodes, all on the 25th. So I think it's about clearing the relationship fog that we might have experienced previously. Misunderstandings with co-workers, people we live together with could be happening here. But with the sun in your sixth house squaring the nodal axis, meanwhile, Mars sextiles the north node and tries the south node as well. So this is a bit of a classic Capricorn crisis, really. The south node in your ninth house has made you obsessed with the strategies and long-term credentials and overanalyzing the bigger picture. But the sun in your sixth house is forcing you to focus on the immediate, kind of like the unglamorous day-to-day part of your life. It says you cannot really think your way out of this transition. Mars is in your fifth house, is helping you by trining the south node, meaning your past technical skills are your greatest asset right now. Use those old skills to build something new and and intuitive as well in your local sphere. Stop obsessing over the distant horizon and fix what is right in front of your face so that finally you can actually move forward. Now then we've got that double Plutonian strike. May 26th is quite the most volatile day of the entire week. I would say this is a triple threat here because Mars is squaring Pluto, retrograde in your second house, and this might be some power struggle over money, resources, personal values. The second house is your wallet, the fifth house is your creative freedom. So you might feel a brutal urge to force a financial outcome or dig your heels into a project, or you want to be taking risks, but you have to be reviewing your finances as well, or even someone or some group might be trying to control your assets or suppress your creative independence. However, the sun comes and rescue. This sun is trining Pluto, so this is your saving grace. It gives you that deep psychological leverage. Instead of reacting with stubbornness, which Mars in Taurus have got a tendency to do, you can really use your intellect to analyze the underlying power dynamics here. And you can win this through smart negotiations, not necessarily through brute force. Venus in Cancer squares Pallas in Aries, which is your fourth house again. So there's a bit of a clash between your desire for relationship peace and the strategic need to defend your home base. So you might feel torn between playing nice with a partner, executing a hard boundary regarding your private life. Which one shall I choose? And the secret is you have to choose both of them at the same time. After that warfare of the 26th, 27th is bringing you a bit of a grounding energy because Sun is going to be making a sextile to Vesta, another sixth and fourth house activation. And this is a healing. This is a healing action. This is the day when you should build a new ritual, light a candle, for example, dedicate your daily routine to your absolute highest mission. Maybe just locking yourself up a little bit and focusing on what's truly important for you. Vesta is bringing that sacred devotion into your home environment, your daily job. But your job can feel like a bit of a burden. Family support is often very important, right? It tells you that this is the anchor your nervous system needs right now before obviously we're gonna have the major shakeup with Uranus squaring the nodes next month. A bit of a warning with Uranus for June. This entire cosmic, this entire week is kind of like a cosmic stress test. Every aspect we just broke down from the tech glitches of the Sun Uranus conjunction to that financial heat of Mars and Pluto square are all designed to show you where your life blueprint is outdated. And the universe is forcing you to clear the clutter of your mind and your routine. Why? Because next month Uranus is going to square your nodal axis and forces you in a way to make a decision. June can bring a brilliant breakthrough. So if you try to cling to an old plan, it's going to become quite a rocky month. So your homework is firstly, tell me in the comments what old workflow or relationship habit are you dropping this week to make room for your future. Well, hit subscribe, back your choices with action, and I'll see you in my next deep dive. Take care. Bye bye.